The views and opinions expressed in this podcast are those of the individual guests.
What is going on, all my Ghost Mafia out there? Welcome to the Armed Citizen Podcast. My name is Trey the Ghost Tactical. I will be your tour guide through tonight's fiasco, if you will. We are streaming live, as always, on YouTube. We're simulcasting over on X, or the artist formerly known as Twitter. If you are in the live chat, go ahead and say something. We don't know that you're out there unless you do. If you're watching this in replay, or more importantly, probably listening to this in podcast form, go ahead and say something in the comment section. The conversation does not have to stop here, but go ahead and use that comment section and tell us how ugly we are, how boring the show is, whatever. It's all good. We take all criticism. Not lightly, but I might send you a little death threat here and there, but yeah, it's all good. Send us what you got. If you are in those realms, then we do invite you. We do record this in front of a live studio audience. So come join the live chat every Tuesday night at 7 Central on the YouTube channel and say hello. We got a lot of cool people out here that hang out in the chat every week and all that stuff. But that said, if you want to text into the show, yes, you can text it. Hello. Yes, you can text into the show. Utilize the Ghost Tactical Hotline presented by our good friends over at Wilder Tactical. That number is 530-364-4678. And go check out all of our friends and all the good, cool gear and all that stuff over at wildertactical.com. Speaking of the text line, there you go. I don't know. Whatever. We'll say hello to whoever that is later. Where was I talking about? Oh, yeah. If you're a veteran, really anybody, but especially if you're a veteran and you're in that hole and you're looking for the light, call me, text me, email me 24/7. I cannot give you medical advice, but I can walk you through some stuff. I can talk you through some stuff. More importantly, I can just be here to listen if you want. If you are looking to get towards some medical attention, remember two things. One, you are not alone in this fight. You have a lot of brothers out here that are willing and able to help you in any way possible. And two, the world is a much better place with you in it. So please, utilize the Veteran Crisis Hotline, 1-800-273-8255. Once again, 1-800-273-8255, or text the word TALK to 741-741. We are spotlighting, as always, United States Marine Corps. If you have any questions on what it takes to earn the title of United States Marine, see the website marines.com. And as always, we are proud members of the Firearms Radio Network and the Self-Defense Radio Network. Go check out all of your favorite pro-gun, pro-2A podcasts over at firearmsradio.net and selfdefenseradio.net. Let's get this off of my ugly mug and say hello to the merry band of morons. Okay, I think NSA is blowing up just to fuck with me. I'm just going to...
Hey, that's some breaking news right there.
What's that? I didn't see it.
The
Atlanta
World Congress Center, or whatever it's called, which is where NRAM is.
Yeah.
Is trying to pass a bill that will not allow firearms on the premises.
Well, that would yeah.
This is your breaking news report.
Breaking news in our NRAM that's going to be interesting.
How's that go?
Yeah, exactly. Well, here's the problem with that is that's what in April.
Yeah.
So
literally right around
like 2 months from now, literally almost to the day, probably.
Yeah.
It's past the point of moving it at this point because companies have already probably started shipping shit out there. Everyone's got hotel rooms. People have flights and hotel rooms booked. Like, one of two things is going to happen. Either they're not going to pass this. Actually, one of three things is going to happen. They're not going to pass this. Two, they pass it, but they have to grandfather NRAM into it. Or three, there ain't no NRAM.
question here, and this is just theoretical. I'm not throwing shade at anybody.
Yeah, sure.
Would it be, I don't know a better term to use than embarrassing for the NRA show to get canceled because they couldn't stop that bill?
Oh, hell yeah, it'd be embarrassing. It would not be a good look for NRAM and for NRA. And I'll tell you one thing. Here's another thing. It wouldn't be a good look for the gun industry or community as a whole. The reason why I say that, this is just my opinion.
Yeah.
The reason why I say that is, for the longest time, regardless if you've liked the NRA or not for a long time, the gun lobby was in good hands as far as the fear factor of the NRA, because they had 5 million people that were members, and 5 million people can change an election, nationwide. If this happens and it gets canceled, yeah, it doesn't look good for NRA, but what does it look good towards the community, the gun community as a whole, is maybe they don't fear us as much anymore. And that could be scary. What do y'all think about that?
This is crazy too, because this is where we really need John on the panel and be like, John, what do we do to stop this?
Yeah.
And I'd be like,
yeah, you would. Well, I know. Here, I'll give you. There you go, homie. There you go. Yeah, having John. He's in Tennessee right now, getting ready for the GOA. They're actually doing the booth picks, or is that what they're calling them? Like getting everything set up for the booth and all that for goals. And that's in August, but they're doing this in February. They're getting everything squared away. So their GOA leadership is in Knoxville all week doing that stuff. So obviously John has plenty of time to text, but not enough time to join us, asshole. Because he's blowing my fucking phone up. I'm just saying. I don't know. I mean, y'all are in the same chat. We have a big group chat called MSA, and yeah. Yeah, so I don't know. Like, so, and I didn't get a chance to read it. I don't know if you guys did or not, but is this bill saying that you can't have like functioning firearms? Because at NRAM, I mean, you guys, I'm assuming you guys basically disable your guns. So you take the firing pin or shave it down or whatever. They're not functioning firearms. So is this meaning like people can't carry during this, or you can't have guns at all at the convention center? What's up, Jacob? How you doing, buddy?
This might be the loophole,
Yeah.
That's a good question.
Not a functioning firearm.
If it's not a functioning firearm, then there's no reason to, be worried. I don't know. We're going to let our correspondent Kyle get that. While we're doing that, let's say hey to the man from the weirdest state in the union, the only state that has 4 letters but takes 2 guys to spell it out, from the 740. What's up, Chris? How are you doing, man?
Not much, man. Thanks for the invite.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, it's been the weather's actually starting to break here. I think it got up in the mid 50s today, but
I think
Sunday
it was 60
pretty nice.
Here. Yeah, yesterday wasn't, or Sunday was still pretty cool. I think yesterday was maybe like mid to high 50s. I think it got over 60 today. I'm going to say. I don't know. I work from home now, so I don't know.
Yeah,
I haven't. I'm like
Sunday,
Clover. I'm like Clover, man. I woke up, put my sweats on, haven't changed out of them since. I feel like shit because I don't want to be like Clover.
Yeah, finally got out Sunday, filmed all day, and got a lot done. So that was nice to finally get to the range.
Yeah.
Muddy.
Oh, man, I haven't been to the range in forever. Months. I need to. I got so much stuff I need to get done, but that's what it is. Mandatory carry. What's up, homie? He says, Ghost, if you take a black powder revolver, it's not a firearm. Absolutely, technically you are correct, but here's a problem with that. First off, like, who the fuck owns a black powder revolver that you want to carry at a gun show? I'm just throwing it out there. But 2, that doesn't help the manufacturers. That doesn't help Kyle sending his stuff if they're not going to allow any firearms at the convention center. It kind of defeats the whole purpose of the show. Because I'm sure, I don't know about Kyle and Anderson, but I know just from talking to a bunch of people at SHOT, SHOT has become the show that they released a few items, but for some reason, like NRA, and I don't know if it's because of tax season or what, but NRA seems to be the show that people were like this year. A lot of companies were looking forward to doing a lot of releases with, so that could hurt a lot of companies. You're going to say something, Kyle? Sorry, go ahead.
No, I mean, you're 100% right, dude. Like a lot's going
to. Hey, can you repeat that? Because I don't get that said to me very often.
You're 100% correct, guys.
I'm going to clip that shit. I'm going to clip.
Yeah, clip that. But I think it's because, I mean, it's more consumer friendly.
It is.
NRAM show it's more accessible. And you're heading into summertime. And summertime usually slows everything down. So if you can get a good launch off right at NRAM, it may carry you through the summer there. So
yeah, and I know that the industry has let's just say the last 2 years have not been kind to the industry. And I know that there's a lot of companies that had designs that they wanted to release a year or two ago, just couldn't afford to release anything new with the way the economy and the industry was. And I know that there's a lot of companies that I talked to. I don't know if you guys did or not at SHOT, but that were like, hey, we've got like 3 or 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 different things we want to get released this year. So we're spreading them out over the year. And NRA NRAM was one of the ones that they were looking to do because they were finally going to be releasing some models that maybe have been on the back burner for a year or so. And it'll be interesting. It'll be interesting to see. Yep. Did I hear something? I thought I heard something. I'm hearing voices, boys.
Oh, I said it definitely will.
Oh, yeah.
Speaking of shows that are getting ready to start, have you, or maybe already gone, have you ever been or ever wanted to go to EWA?
I've wanted to go. Maybe not for the whole thing. I think Germany's kind of a cool country. I think it'd be kind of fun to go, but they got a lot of protests and shit going on right now over there. So I'm not sure if it's the best place to go. That said, I would like to go maybe for a day or two sometime, just to say that I went to European SHOT, or whatever. I would love to. The experience would be kind of cool. I mean, is that something you want to go to?
Yeah, I think it's kind of become a bucket list item for me. I was just sitting there thinking about it today. I was watching some footage when I got home from work, and I'm like,
yeah,
man, this would be fun if we could get like half a dozen of us to just go over there for just one time, just to say we went there. And
yeah, I mean, I think that hold on,
the boys in Germany.
Oh man,
that'd be kind of nuts.
Plus, they released some really badass stuff at EWA, but a lot of that stuff will never make it to the United States either.
One, it won't come to the U.S. So there's a lot of factors going into EWA, especially right now. You've got a lot of these companies that are not going to bring firearms over to America right now because they're worried about the tariff situation, right? So that's a legitimate problem. 2, they're allowed to have different things over there. So here's a lot of people in America. I'm not saying that you don't. Jacob, what is EWA? It's IWA. It's it's basically European SHOT Show. Okay. It's European SHOT Show. That said, they have some different stuff. They allow different things over in Europe, and a lot of people in America don't realize that. I'm not saying all of them, but I would say like there's a majority of the countries over in Europe that if you go to a range, you can't shoot without a suppressor. Like you have to have a suppressor, which is kind of ironic because we look at suppressors as evil things, and they understand what they are. They're there to help the hearing and the noise and all of that stuff. Not trying to get your John Wick assassin on, right? But that's another thing. But yeah, so the big thing over there is there's some of these countries over there, the Turks especially, but you're talking about the Austrians with Glock and the German HK and FN and all of them. What are all of those? What does Glock, HK, FN, and all of them have in major common? They do crazy military contracts all over the world. That's kind of what they're probably there for, is to get a lot of those countries' government contracts over at EWA. So,
Yeah.
It is what it is.
It's just something we got to do before.
Oh, absolutely.
One of these days.
And I think that it's a possibility. There's some opportunities that we could probably get badges. They're obviously not going to pay for any of our stuff, but I wouldn't have to ask them to. That said, yeah, there's some opportunities with some companies that I think would be more than happy to at least maybe get us on a list that we all work with and all of that stuff. So that'd be fun. That'd be a blast. Even if it's just for a couple of days. I don't need to go the whole time. I just like to go for a couple of days. Yeah. But yeah. That sexy beast down below me from Anderson Manufacturing. We have the man, the myth. We have Shirtless Kyle. What's up, homie?
What up?
What up? Is it Nuremberg this year? I don't know where it is. IWA 2025.
I was going to say, Jeremy is on
his way. It is in Nuremberg. Yes, it's in Nuremberg this year. Yeah. What's that now?
Jeremy's en route right now.
Is he? Yeah. Yep. Is he the only one going?
Yep.
Is he going to be there the whole time, or how long does he stay?
He's there for 2 weeks. He said some of that's going to be just checking out Germany, but yeah, pretty cool.
Yeah, I would love.
Oh no!
Oh, look at that! Look at that picture. What's up, Chase from EAA? Who can give us a little insight on Iwa? What's up, buddy?
What up?
I don't know if you were listening. We were talking about Iwa. Someone asked about Iwa, and Chris was saying, "Hey, you guys ever want to go to Iwa?" I said, "I think it'd be fun to go for a couple of days." But I think that Keith's on his way, or will be, won't he?
Yeah, he's over there right now. He's in Nuremberg.
Yeah.
So I mean, the thing about Iwa is, it's not. Everybody acts like it's, everybody equates it to like the European SHOT Show, but
that's what I've always heard it to be. So that's all I know about. I've never been there.
It's not quite as big as it used to be, but it's still a pretty big event. Yeah. But it's generally, companies trying to be able to sell and export their stuff to Europe and then to certain countries that can own things, and then trying to get. That's what Enforce TAC is. A couple of days before Iwa, trying to sell stuff to European government organizations,
the contract stuff,
police departments, that kind of stuff. The cool, like for us, he goes over there looking for potential new products we can bring to the States that fit the.
Oh yeah, because there's a lot of stuff that they want to get into America. They need importers to bring them in for sure.
Oh yeah, 100%. But it's not the media and show event.
It's more business. Let me ask you this: you haven't been, have you?
I have not. I'd like to go, but
hell yeah, I'd like to go once. Just
I like Germany in general, but I'm down.
We know. But no,
not like that. Go.
The
train is very efficient.
We were talking about tariffs and all that, and this might be something just for shits and giggles on your side, bringing stuff in with Gerson and other companies. How has the scare or the threat of this tariff thing? How is that going to affect the U.S. market?
Well, I hate to break everybody who likes anything German right now, because the German tariffs are high, and so with this. What Trump has set forth, and it's really a big negotiating bargaining chip. It's like, hey, we're just going to have reciprocal tariffs, like whatever you're charging is what we're going to charge. Yeah, it is. The whole point is to get everybody to lower their rates, and everybody will be on equal footing. I understand what he's doing, but Germany, like the goods that we bring in, it's like anything related to what we're talking about. Yeah, it's a 17.5% tariff.
Holy cow!
It's Germany, so it's high, of course.
Of course.
Europe in general.
And guess what? Guess who's going to eat that? The consumer will.
Oh yeah, because here's the thing: is like if Germany's got a 17.5% tariff, and then we raise our tariff to 17.5%, nobody's going to be able to afford anything. So that market totally goes away.
Yeah.
And so anything that's German, Austrian, Swiss, they're all in that.
Unless they decide to build their factory here and do U.S. stuff,
hey,
which is what the goal is. I think that Trump's trying to do is bring manufacturing jobs back here.
You thinking an aim point costs a lot now? Just wait.
Yeah.
So I mean, the
Exactly.
flip side of that is like other countries have relatively low tariffs. Like so, Turkey's a good example. Of like us
Yeah.
and other companies that do business with Turkey, it's a 3% reciprocal both ways. So
Gotcha. Okay.
it works out. So if Germany is intelligent, you got to keep in mind, like we like German cars.
Absolutely.
That's a 15. Well, I think it's 14.5, 15% tariff. So
Yeah.
you're going to
That's why
effectively double the
BMW,
tariff.
that's why Mercedes, that's why Porsche and all them, Audi, that's Volkswagen, that's why they built factories here a decade
100%
ago.
it is. One, to help supply the demand for their cars, but two, because of the tariff issues.
Yep.
The problem is a lot of the components still come from Germany.
Yep.
So, and the component actually costs, tariff rates are higher than the actual finished good.
Really?
So you play that game too. Yeah.
Wow.
Plus you have VAT and all that madness getting it out of the country.
Yeah. Mandatory carry wants to know if Clover can get us a deal on his Turkish cars. No, but he might be able to get you a Korean car for a decent price. Those collector edition Kias.
They're very special, very limited.
Special, very limited. Jacob says it looks like anybody can get tickets to go to EWA. Couldn't imagine what SHOT Show would be like. Well, let's just start there. Can anyone just go to EWA? Can you just get general public tickets to EWA?
They sell like passes to EWA. I think there's certain areas you can't get into.
Yeah. Okay.
But
I always thought it was like kind of like SHOT where you had to be kind of invited by companies.
No, but you got to keep in mind that's not as much of a thing in Europe as it is here.
That's true. Yeah.
But you also have like it's also kind of like a safari club show at the same time there because you get companies that sell hunts and that kind of stuff that do things there and all that.
Yeah. His second part is couldn't imagine what SHOT Show would be like if they sold public tickets a few days after the industry does their business.
So
I can't imagine SHOT Show with public. What's that?
SHOT used to be open to the public.
I bet you that was a madhouse back in the day.
Like back in the day, like SHOT sold public access tickets.
No way.
Yeah.
There's already 60,000 people. I can't imagine 85 or 90,000 people there. That would just be a madhouse.
So allegedly, according to the card, the thank you card that they sent out to everybody who was, a vendor showcased at SHOT this year.
Yeah.
They had 54,000 people there.
Does it feel like that? I question that. I question that this year.
I mean, whatever. I wasn't counting people by any means, but it did not feel that busy at all this year.
Last year felt busier than this year.
Yes, last year felt a lot busier.
To me.
Now, I will caveat that for me, I spent a lot of time in meetings this year. Like a lot of time, way more time in meetings this year than I normally do.
I was not on the floor. I was not on the floor half as much as I was in years past. This is a weird shot for me for a lot of different reasons, but yeah. Kyle, I know that you guys didn't do a booth at SHOT this year for different reasons, but you were also walking around doing meetings and all that. Since you weren't in the booth and you were out walking around, how busy was SHOT in comparison to being in a booth for you this year?
Oh, it was busy, man. Like Chris, that day you got out there, I was trying to find you and Matt, and dude, the crowds were so thick that I was like, I'm not even going to bother with it. I'll just catch you guys at dinner or something. But
that was Wednesday, I think, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was pretty bad. And Jacob S. out there, you already know what I'm going to say. You could have went to SHOT. You should have just submitted your video. You had your shot. At SHOT.
Anybody, I was, no one wanted to go to SHOT with me. I think it was more they didn't want to go with me than they didn't want to go.
So. Like I had a feeling like
that's what it was. They didn't want to go to you.
I mean, I get it. I wouldn't either.
I thought Jake would be the one. I thought he was going to be the one.
I was hoping Jacob. I think Jacob. I've obviously never met Jacob, but Jacob's been around the channel now for a few years and is a young guy. I think the way he talks and the way he seems like his personality is, I think Jacob would get along just fine with our crew. I think he would have had a good time with us.
To be fair, everybody younger than you.
We could have took him to like 3, maybe 4 events. I don't know.
Yeah, 3, maybe 4 events. You never know. It's a great line. And it was not intended to be a great line, but it ended up being for me at least, the line of shot. So
It like summed up that whole night.
it did. Uber driver's like, so what are you guys doing tonight? 3, maybe 4 events tonight.
Oh,
and we ended up doing four events that night. Oh,
we
my
hit
God.
4, yeah.
My name is Jeff.
My name is Jeff. That was the best line. What was Clover's name? What was some weird ass name that he came up with? Oh my God, what was it?
Oh my God, he just routed it off too. I'm like, that's rehearsed because you do not come up with that. What was that stupid name now? Where's he at?
I don't
Pretending
know.
to do something else?
He's too good for us, man. He's so big time.
God.
Yeah, mandatory carry says, I thought Clover was big in Turkey. That's what he says.
Yeah. The best one was the limo van driver we had. When he got tired of us asking for him to play songs, and he just hands me.
He just handed us.
Here,
yeah, that was
over.
awesome. The party bus was alive and kicking when we got the music. I think Krista was it Krista that was in charge of the music, and she put whoever was in charge. It was either her or Minthia.
It was Krista, and we were like,
it was Krista, and she put some good shit on.
It was crunk hits, man. It was where it was at.
It was awesome. That's one of those you walk out of the party bus, and you're just like
we rolled to the club, and they're like, "Oh, these guys have arrived."
yeah, it was awesome. And then we see Kyle and everyone else crammed into some car, and I was like, that sucks.
Hey, I was riding shoddy, all right, but you guys did roll up in style. I was like, what the heck?
Yeah. Jacob says the biggest gun show or military collection show I've ever been to was the Show of Shows in Louisville, and that was this past weekend. Being a Kentucky boy, have you been to that one before, Kyle? The Show of Shows?
Was not even aware. Jacob S. You could have took me, Bob.
Right? Come on, man.
Look at that. That's just straight up hate, man. Just don't even care.
God.
Does not give a damn about you. Not one bit. Oh well.
So Chase, does Keith ever give you the numbers how many people go through the Great American Outdoor Show? Because that's an insane amount of people.
And it's 2 weeks. So.
Yeah, they do. I can get once they come out, I'll tell you.
Man,
was that your first time going?
If you can do an interview there and film there, you can film anywhere.
Oh, dude, that place is madness.
Was that your first time, Chris?
Second,
yeah.
Yeah.
So I've never been. I've heard horror stories, both good and bad side of the horror. But Jacob says you are personally letting the channel down. So your experience with Great American, Chris, was okay, so you've been to SHOT, you've been to NRM, you've been to Goals or whatever, you've been to all these shows, you've been to Tulsa. How does that compare it to all the other shows? What is Great America like? Is it just a madhouse?
Oh yeah, it's crazy. But I like Harrisburg. I enjoy being in the city there. But you can pretty much go in there in one day. If all you're doing is gun content, you can go in there in one day and get it done.
Oh yeah, because there's a lot of
the gun area
and
is
outdoor
very
stuff
small
and everything
compared to everything else.
Yeah, there's a lot of boats and all that shit too in there.
Yeah, but even Chase's company.
So basically, it's just a big ass. It's a big ass Bass Pro. Basically, it's like if Bass Pro threw a thing. That's what it was like.
If a Bass Pro adjacent store at a flea market and a gun show collided.
Oh snap! Okay. I've got a good friend of mine that lives in Harrisburg. You guys some of you guys might remember, but some of you guys don't know. But Midnight Range TM. Might have to go up there sometime just to see him and go check it out for a day or two. How long were you there, Chris? Were you there a day or 2 days or what?
I went to the show just Friday and Saturday.
Okay, all right.
So.
Yeah. That'd be something I'd do, just maybe go a day or two.
He's then he went to the Hershey Park and just played like a giant child.
I mean, who wouldn't? Let's Willy Wonka this shit,
there.
What's up, G
I bought
Webs?
so much food at that place.
Did you eat a funnel cake or 12 at the show? Is the question.
No, I didn't. I don't even think we ate at the show.
That's what Keith loves. Is every time he comes back, like everything smells like funnel cakes, and he's like he can't stand it.
Is that true? What Artac just put out in the side chat that GunCon's going to be in Cleveland?
Yeah, GunCon's in Cleveland this year in June.
No shit, because I knew John was supposed to tell everybody today where it was going to be.
I guess they've outgrown Brownells, or did he outgrow Brownells, or is he not doing it with Brownells anymore, or what's going on?
Yeah, he says nothing personal against Brownells. He's just outgrew the facility. Yep.
So I mean, is it going to be affiliated with Brownells at all, or is it's his own thing and it's just Brownells is no longer a part of it?
I'm not sure on that one, but I think it's his own thing.
Okay, good for him. Not a huge fan, but you know what? I can give props to someone when they do a good job. I don't necessarily like him and his ethics as a human being to a certain extent, but I will tell you that John does a good job at what he does. So good for him. I'm glad he's grown out of Brownells and Cleveland though. Really,
that's
Cleveland?
Weird. Like that's what.
It's great for you, Chris, but
yeah, great for me.
How far are you from Cleveland? A few hours?
2.5.
Yeah, it's great for you.
Cleveland.
But Cleveland?
That's if you get invited, though. That's an invite only thing.
Yeah.
Cleveland sucks, though. Why would you want to go there?
Cleveland sucks.
Hey, they're the best in the NBA right now.
Are they really?
Yep.
I haven't watched an NBA game in a while. I'm not a big NBA guy anymore.
Hey, dude, Luka goes against his old team tonight, boys.
I'm a Luka fan. I'm a Luka Joker fan.
Dude, you know the backstory to that? Like, that is like a master class in FU and business.
Yes, it is.
I have not heard the backstory, but the Lakers got one up on the Mavericks, in my opinion.
No, they do. They got a 25-year-old superstar, probably the second, third, top 3 player in the league. They're going to have him for the next 10 years.
Yeah.
And no offense, I like AD. Anthony Davis is a great player.
Oh, I love him.
But he ain't Luka, and he's got a lot more years and miles on him. The Lakers definitely. Can you imagine the next 10 years? LeBron's only going to be around for a year or two more. So I don't like LeBron, but let's just take LeBron out of it. Can you imagine Luka and Austin Reeves together for the next 10 years?
Oh, man.
That's dangerous right there.
Yeah.
If they get a big guy at all with any kind of ability, holy cow, I can only imagine. And when LeBron retires, that's going to free up $50 million or whatever he's making a year to go get that big guy. They're going to be fine.
Yeah.
Jacob says, next year I got to remember to ask you, Kyle, if you want to go to the show, because they have the gun show, military show, and a craft show all in the same building, so all family is busy that day. That's cool.
Oh, man. Yeah, it must be down there in the state fairgrounds.
He just said it was in Louisville. He said he got there at 9:30 and didn't leave until 5. The entire time he was walking. Most of the time, he said he was able to pick up a 3-inch 50 cal naval artillery shell,
nice,
40 Mike anti-air shell, and a 30 millimeter shell to be included in his World War II collection. That's pretty cool. That's cool stuff. He says the Expo Center, which I don't know what that is, but
gotcha.
You know where that is. I'm not going to lie, guys. I got nothing. I brought no topics on. Came unprepared. Once again, I totally forgot to put the pony poll. Sorry, Kyle.
The pony polls.
So we can make up our own pony polls if we want to. Throw some questions out there to the chat. And I tell you what, Chase, under strict restrictions, I'm going to allow you to be included in this. But I am going to. Yeah, I bet you do. I'm going to be lazy as shit. I'm going to let Chris, Kyle, and Chase ask a question to the chat, and we'll have some fun discussing. So y'all think about what it could be off anything, any kind of topic you want: music, food, guns, stripper names. I mean, I don't know, whatever you guys want.
What my stripper name be?
So your stripper name is like, I don't know if it's like the first or not, but it's like a dog that you've had and a street that you've lived on. So my first dog that I ever had, and this is just ironic because it's the greatest name ever. And some of you guys know it already, but my stripper slash, what do you would call it? I guess for me, it would be a stripper, but it'd be more like a porn name. My first dog was an old English sheepdog, and my dad named him Elvis. He's a big Elvis fan. The street that we lived on was Pepperbush Lane. So my porn name is Elvis Pepperbush. Tell me that's not the greatest porn name in the history of porn names. Just throwing it out there.
Women love Pepperbush, man.
That's what they say. And they loved Elvis too. So, you know. Jacob says, what's the biggest gun show that y'all have been to that's not SHOT or Tulsa? Well, if it's not SHOT or Tulsa, it would probably be NRAM. I haven't been to Great American. So let me ask you guys this, that have been to Great American. As far as people-wise, is it bigger than like NRAM or anything like that? Or like how many, is it close to like SHOT numbers or what? Or is it like Wanamaker numbers? What is it, people-wise?
Way bigger than NRAM. I think probably bigger than SHOT.
As far as people there? Really?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
What show did you say, Kyle? I didn't hear you.
Great America. So as far as people wise, like traffic, is it bigger than SHOT?
Oh, Great America's got an insane amount of people. Yeah.
Oh, people
like on not like for the whole 2 weeks, but like on a daily, like on a weekend, a daily thing. Is it pretty massive?
I think they had like 21,000 people go through the first day.
Oh wow. Okay.
So I mean, people come from like tri-state area to go to that because there's nothing else going on, and it's indoors and it's cold.
There's great deals there too, for real.
Yeah, they do stuff like that.
Interesting.
Did any of y'all ever go to like any of the like the old like giant machine gun shoots on stuff before the giant flu ruined that for everybody?
Yeah,
I did not.
That was my biggest, was going to Knob Creek years ago besides like Wanamaker.
Yeah, Knob Creek, I would have loved to have gone to that. There's another one that G-Webs used to go to out in Arizona.
I'd say the one in Arizona was huge too. I forget the name of it.
And they still do the night shoot with the full auto. So you have mini guns and mod deuces at night doing tracers, and that's a big deal. I loved it. If it still have that, I'd still love to do that. I tell you a show that I love to go to. I'm sorry getting off track here, but this is kind of a conversation. I would love to go to Red October one time. I think that'd be or Kalash Bash. Kalash Bash is in Texas. I think Red October is out in Vegas. I don't even know if they're still doing Red October, but I know Kalash Bash is still going on Texas. I think it'd be cool as hell to go to one of those two. You guys ever been to either one of those? I mean, I'm not going to go hang out with Slav, but I love me AK. I love me an AK. I'm an AK fan.
Well, I like AKs, but they don't like me because I'm too tall for them.
Well, there are perks to being short, I guess. So, Jacob, it's in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. I don't know where at Harrisburg, but yeah, I would love to go to either Clash Bash or Red October. I think those would be kind of fun to go. So that'll be the first question we're going to run through. So, guys out there in the chat, you got any questions for us? Any topics? We're going to kind of ask us anything type things. It can be whatever. We're going to have fun talking. So my question that we're going to run through the panel and answered out there in the chat. We'll start with Chris on this. I'm going to throw you under the bus first. Kind of going along that thing. Of all the different shows or whatever there is, range days or whatever we have in the gun industry, gun community, what's the one? Take EWA, because we already kind of said we all want to go to EWA, right? Take that out thing. But what's the one thing what's the one show or event that you would like to go to?
Oh, man.
Yeah. I just threw you under the bus and backed over in reverse all over you.
I've been to almost all of them now.
Yeah.
I don't want to
mine would be Clash Bash. No.
Yeah, I think those would be great. I mean, I've always thought that would be fun to go to one of those.
Yeah.
I'll throw something in there. I think it would be fun to go to like one of the events that one of the companies puts on. You know,
Yeah,
like
sure, yeah.
what, a couple weekends ago, one of the ammo companies put a big one on in Arizona. Well, it's not big. It's just like a handful of creators get to go to it. But I think that would be kind of fun to go to, like anything. Like, I know like SIG does, I wouldn't want to go to that one, but like SIG does one of those days where they invite people. CMMG's done it. But I think one of those would be kind of fun where it's just a small group of creators. That'd be something kind of fun one of these days to go to.
Yeah, this is probably maybe 3 or 4 years ago. Some of us were thinking about maybe doing a range day, and I would never want to do that because it's just too much work and all that. But yeah, that'd be kind of cool. I think that if let's say our crew got together and did an NSA, called the NSA shoot or something, that'd be kind of a fun one. Bring a handful, like maybe 4 or 5 companies, nothing big, just 4 or 5 companies that we want to work with and we have worked with, and we want to just include our friends and then open up to the public. Obviously, I think that would be fun as hell. But that's a lot of fucking work, man. That's a lot of work. So I'm going to throw this out there. I'm going to throw this out there to Kyle. You guys got a lot of land out there in Kentucky that you have access to, possibly, and big ranges, maybe. Why doesn't Anderson do a range day? That'd be kind of cool shit.
I think it would too.
And you guys could bring companies that y'all work with and do business with and all that stuff, or bring some Kentucky or companies that are around you guys, into it. That'd be kind of cool, man.
Yeah,
I'd come up there. I'd come up there in a heartbeat for that.
Distributors like Kentucky Gun Co. Bring them out. Freaking get some bourbon companies out there.
Yeah, is the Kentucky Gun Co. Is that what I called you about when I was in Illinois? I was talking to you about. Yeah. So Sanders goes up there the last couple of years, and they're one of the sponsors of it now, and they were saying that it's a blast. Like they said that you need to go.
Talking about the Elk Fest.
Yeah. They tied it into like the elk tags and all that.
We haven't made a decision yet.
I think I'm going to go.
Fucking go, Trey. Come on.
They said I should go, and
yeah, you should.
I think that might be.
It's only a day. That's the upside.
Yeah, and it can't be. I mean, I could drive it pretty easily. I bet.
You're right on the Bourbon Trail.
I'm about to say it's on the Bourbon Trail. That's what makes it the best part.
It's literally in Bardstown.
Yeah.
T23 wants to know if you found the ice cream for me. What the hell, ice cream?
Oh yeah, I got you. I got Trey's. It's in the freezer. It was a limited edition, so. I got the ice cream.
Do I know what you're talking about?
You sure do.
It better not be fucking Skyline ice cream.
It's a Skyline ice cream by Grazer.
Fuck you.
That is the most terrible shit I've ever heard of in my life.
Hey, it's actually really good.
No, it's not.
I promise.
No, there is nothing that you can say to convince me that Skyline chili ice cream is good. Just stop.
It's good.
Okay.
Hand up, dude. Hand up. It's good.
No. Okay.
Hey there, Jarhead. I'm going to throw a really hard question at you then, since you're all about the Skyline.
Feed me.
Hey, make sure that you talk about which Jarhead you're talking to. Make sure
we know which one, because you're gonna immediately go, nope, not me.
Yeah, okay.
Skyline or old school Chili Mac MRE? Which one do you take?
Chili Mac MRE, hands down. Chili Mac was good, dude.
I gotta go with Chili Mac, dude.
It gave me the shits for 3 days, but it was good.
Hey, you fold your MRE wrapper up like a little bowl, and you mix it up in there and break the bread up in chunks. Put that cheese in there after you melt it down.
Dude, Chili Mac, and you squeeze in the jalapeno cheese will change your life.
Yeah, boy, it will.
Chili Mac was good. It was one of the few good ones. I'm going to go out there on a limb and tell you that my favorite, and it's going to sound disgusting. Kyle, there's no offense to you, Chris, but Kyle and Chase know what I'm talking about. Like when you're actually like eating an MRE, you only get like so much time to eat, right? You kind of have to fit it in while you have a few minutes Like you don't really sit there and eat all of it at once. You eat what you can, and you probably end up throwing the rest of it away or whatever. It's not like you sit there and say, "Oh, it's chow time. I'm gonna eat." No, it's like I've got a few minutes. I'm gonna fucking chow this down, right? So for me, my favorite, and it sounds bad, but just go with me. We had one back in the 90s called beef stew. And I don't know if they had it when you guys were in. But the beef stew was by itself wasn't bad, right? What we did is we took the crackers that if you've never had an MRE cracker, it'll change your world. Probably in a bad way.
You mean hardtack?
Yes, yes. So you never want to eat the cracker because it'll take any saliva that you did have built up was gone, right? Anyway, so you crumble the cracker up and you put it inside the beef stew. Now, here's where it gets weird, right? Okay. You take the peanut butter packet that came in that and you put the peanut butter also into the beef stew. So you got the beef stew, peanut butter, and crackers all in there. Once again, I had about 4 minutes to eat, so we were just throwing everything into that one beef stew packet and ate it. But the beef stew, the peanut butter, and the cracker all in there together, and you stir it all up and you eat it. And I'm telling you, don't judge me, but it was damn good. It was damn good.
Never had the balls to put the peanut butter in there, dude.
The only reason why I did it is I remember like one of my sergeants said, no matter what you eat, and I already opened up the beef stew, right? I already opened it up, the pouch. And I had a sergeant, I don't remember his name, but he told me, I remember him telling me, Sergeant Powell, like P.A., he's a Korean guy, mean motherfucker, Sergeant Powell.
All the Asian dudes were.
Motherfucker, yeah, they are.
We're all just terrible people.
I fucking hate Asians, man.
Like they were good dudes in the end, but like during the like
when they had to be, like they were
assholes.
Yeah, they were terrible people, right? But I remember he said, he looked at me, I was like, 19 years old, whatever. And he was like, this during combat training. And he was like, no matter what, because we had like a 20 or 25 mile hump the next day, right? And he was like, if you eat anything, eat the peanut butter. You need all the protein you're going to need, all the protein you can get tomorrow. I'd already opened up the beef stew pouch. And I was like, well, shit. All right, well, I'm just going to put the peanut butter in there. Fuck, I only got 4 minutes left. I don't have time for this shit. I'm telling you, it was by mistake, but it was good, man. Did mandatory carry? No, he was a coastie. He said he had beef stew once. I don't remember begging for death like he did the eggs. Yeah,
that explains
never eat anything
so much.
Eggs. Yes. The egg. Yes, that explains so much.
The veggie omelet with cheese, dude.
The veggie omelet with, oh my god, anything with the egg.
Oh, veggie omelet.
Anything with the egg, anything with like the tuna, and anything with the ham slice that had like that preservative, like jelly, whatever the hell you want to call it. Oh,
I'm going to tell you right now, though, my jam, the beef patty. It's like a lot of people are like, "Buh," I'd tear it up.
Hey,
I mean, I didn't dislike it. It was better than a lot of this shit.
One that slept on, the veggie burger with barbecue sauce.
No.
Oh, dude, the barbecue sauce made it. 100%.
Yeah.
We didn't have barbecue sauce. What the hell? We didn't have that shit. We didn't have
like
that.
I'll tell you the one I was never man enough.
Packed in with the veggie burger.
Yeah.
We didn't have a veggie burger.
Oh shit.
Yeah, he's like really old. Remember?
I forgot.
Yeah. The one that the one that I never
What are you
had
laughing at, Chris? A year older than I am, motherfucker.
It's like that's definitely past his age. Did you ever try the shrimp jambalaya one?
I can't even imagine that being good.
Shrimp jambalaya.
Let's just be honest. Shrimp jambalaya sounds good, but not as an MRE.
No,
exactly. I'm like, I don't want shelf-stable shrimp. All right.
No.
I don't think I ever had that one.
Have y'all ever had true sea rations, like legitimate, like naval sea rations? From like back in the day, sea rations.
Yeah, we've all eaten deviled ham. It's the same difference.
Is that the can?
Yeah, the old like sea rats can.
I've never.
Not the worst thing in the world. Just saying, not the worst thing in the world.
Well, Ghost, I don't know if they had this back. Oh, go ahead.
I was saying we took a ride on the USS Bella Wood coming back from somewhere for a few days. First off, the worst experience of my life. I was sick for 3
Holy
days.
crap! That boat was made in like 1910.
It's no longer in service. I think it was a flat bottom too. We hit every fucking wave. I mean, it was just so that the fucking squids were just laughing at us because like when we were on a ship, like we had no responsibilities, right? We were just there catching a ride. So like we threw up for 3 days, like just. And the squids were just laughing their asses off. They said, "Oh, you want some food?" We're like, "Oh, anything, help us." He said, "Oh, this will keep it down." They gave us some sea rations. It helped. I don't know what was in it, but
see, he's so old. The sea rats were still kind of good at that point.
Kind of good, yeah. I think it was like Korean time frame sea rats. They had a 50-year shelf life or some shit like that or whatever it was. I don't remember, but it wasn't terrible. It was better than some of the MRE shit we had. Put it that way. Now they might have been playing a horrible joke on us. They probably were.
So this would have been your time frame.
Yeah.
Did you ever try any the Gulf War era MREs, like the first gen MREs, Kyle?
Fuck yeah. Oh, okay.
Well, I know you did. Yeah, that's your time period.
Yeah.
I don't think I ever had any Gulf War. I was
my
pretty
buddy
blessed.
had a bunch from his dad who'd gotten out. So we used to when I was high school, we ate a bunch of the Frankfurters and all that stuff. And they were actually pretty legit good. I'm like, where's this crap?
Bad.
Frankfurter.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, they were legit, little sausages in there. They were awesome.
Yeah, it wasn't bad. Yeah, there were some good ones. See, back in my day, they were either really good, in my opinion, or they were really bad. Like there was no it's all right. I can deal with that. It was either really good or really bad. I think in y'all's time frame, y'all actually had some a lot more. We only had maybe 10 options, right? And we didn't get all the options all the time. I think you guys had a lot more options that were okay,
oh yeah, there's 40 something menu options now or some shit.
Yeah, so when we were in, we only got access to 5 or 6 of them. And I asked someone one time because we saw other guys that had different options that we never saw. And here's what I was told. And he might have been just completely full of shit and lying to me, but it makes actual sense. What we did, we would go out for days at a time, right? And so when we had to use the restroom, we dug a hole. Let's just be honest. So the MREs that we got mostly were there to clog us up to where we didn't have to use the restroom for 3 or 4 days. I don't know if he was just bullshitting me about that or it was serious, but actually it makes sense because we wouldn't have to use the restroom for a while. And maybe that's the reason why we got the ones that we got. They were designed to kind of clog us up a little bit. So we wouldn't have to use the restroom for 3 or 4 straight days. I don't know if that's true.
That's MRE in general does that because it's designed to hold on to all the calories.
Yeah, no fiber, high protein.
Yeah,
high carb.
So I don't know if that was
the old original MRE gum was a laxative back in the day.
Yeah, now some were for me, the egg, anything with egg in there was a laxative. That because my body just rejected that shit. So that's why I never ate any of the egg stuff.
The freaking dairy shakes for us, dude,
dairy
that
shakes.
Oh yeah.
You motherfuckers are soft back in your time.
How much fun it is to pour hot ass water from a shitty canteen in that fucking shake pouch and tell me how good that tastes.
So the canteen, I don't know what you guys had, but we had the old fucking Vietnam. Well, I wouldn't say that. I'd say the early 80s. Let's say Grenada time frame, right? Canteens that just smelled like that plastic was just 30 years old, it seemed like. I don't know. But yeah.
As much as that shit those drill sergeants made me fucking down, I will never forget that smell or taste ever.
Nope.
It does.
I'll never forget the metal canteen cups either because they used to throw that shit at us.
Yeah, we still rock those.
Really?
Yeah.
In the fleet or in boot camp?
In the fleet.
No shit, really. I figured y'all had some nice shit.
Whenever we get ramen in the mail, that's what we do our ramen up in is little canteen cups.
Oh, and they're great. They're great for use. I just didn't like them when they were being thrown at me. So.
No, that would hurt a little bit.
A little bit, yeah. So y'all had shakes, huh? That's disappointing.
Well, in all fairness, the shake, I I would have my canteen
You
here.
got the powder in your water, basically. Is that what you did?
I would just straight take the powder because it was kind of like dry ice cream. I would just straight eat the powder.
It was honestly better just to eat the powder than it was.
Yeah.
Really?
Because you
I've
get
never,
the.
I've
I mean,
never
think
seen
about
the
it.
shakes. So
You either got hot ass water in a canteen, you got nasty hot water in a Camelback, or you got water that's God knows what's in it from a fucking water
Camelback.
buffalo.
Yeah.
Camelbacks. Still, you talking about Camelbacks? You know what a Camelback was? It was a fucking web belt, not a web belt, but a fucking Alice belt with 4 canteens on it. That was all.
Here we go, Chase.
Oh,
You
Jesus
got
Christ.
it started.
You
I know.
fucking
Back in my
pussies.
day,
You pussies.
Hey, when I went to basic, thank you very much. I mean, my first post basic, my first like gear issue was like, still old school TA50 like Alice gear, like H harness, all that shit. I don't want to hear it.
See, that was your boot camp gear. That was our fucking gear.
Well, that's what I'm saying. That was my duty station. That was like that was like our gear. Like we eventually got interceptors and all that crap, but
it
like,
was we did get some cool shit. We did get some cool shit. We got to test out a bunch of like some of the new stuff and all that. I remember when we got to test out the first generation of plate carrier, if you want to call it that. So we were when we were in Mogadishu, we were rocking flak jackets. It was 140 fucking degrees wearing a flak jacket. And you might not know what flak jackets are, but Kyle probably still knows what flak jackets are.
I know what a flak jacket is, you asshole.
Well, Army, I mean, I'm seeing the Army guys.
Army
They had nice shit, So
yeah, I had a first gen interceptor that was the most uncomfortable hunk of shit you've ever put on.
Yeah, so we actually got to test out some, I'll call them plate carriers. They were more, I don't know what they were. Anyways, we get to try out some cool shit.
And by plate carrier, he means he duct tape a steel plate, like he
to an
100 mile an hour
basically.
taped a plate underneath his like cami top and caught it good.
Well, we had this thing that was basically take like a chest rig, right? It was like we had chest rigs that had like ammo pouches, right? Take that with like a sewn in, like I don't even know what you would call it, like a little thing. The plate was about that big, literally. Like they had to hit you like center chest for it to do anything. But we got to try those. I don't even know if those ever made it to the fleet or not. I don't know, but it was better than a flak jacket.
Yeah, Kyle, what year did you get in?
2006.
Okay, so I was 03. So did the Marine Corps at the time, like y'all actually, because I mean, we were like jealous because y'all had like you were just starting to feel the mark.
Y'all were jealous of us?
Dude, y'all had like the first gen, like good, like Coyote plate carriers and shit. We're over here like with interceptors, literally with Alice gear thrown over the top of them.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I'm over here like, how in the fuck do they have better shit than us?
I did get the Marpat right in boot camp. I was issued Marpat. I had the
Marpat might be the greatest. Okay, I'm a big Woodland guy, but the Marpat design might be the best design ever. I'm just throwing it out there.
but we did have the M81 Interceptor flax.
Oh, did you really?
That sucked. With
flax?
the cowboy collar.
Oh yeah, those
Oh
things
my
are
God.
terrible.
Imagine being in 140 degree fucking weather wearing that shit.
Oh, I could not imagine.
Imagine going on battalion runs wearing that shit, and they made you wear the crotch plate.
Welcome to our world, bitch.
Yeah, we did that
Yeah.
a lot.
I was like, okay, I'll fucking put the carrier on and run, but like, why the crotch plate? Are you just trying to fucking kill all of us?
Yeah.
Oh, and oh, by the way, we're gonna have to take your MV gear also on your hip. So let's just put an extra 30 pounds of shit on you that you're never gonna care to use.
100%. It's like, hey, put this like fucking trash bag, mop gear on, and let's go run around.
Yeah,
Oh my God, yeah.
that was terrible. Jake, what style camo pattern do y'all like? You've either worn, had to wear, whether in service or out. I do like the Marpat, but I'm a big M81 with the Woodland. I will go to my grave. That's the God's Plaid. Yeah, the M81 Woodland camo is to me the greatest design ever. That's just me. But yeah. G-Web says the only camo pattern is multicam. He's being facetious, I believe.
What's the chocolate chip? I don't know.
The chocolate chip. The chocolate chip's
like
pretty
Desert Storm
badass.
chocolate chip.
Yeah, I would have liked to have rocked those, but
Dude, I still got a set that my ass cannot get into, but the first gen desert, like 3-color desert, those are the most comfortable fucking pair of BDUs you will ever put on. They're actually got fucking pajamas.
So this was our camo pattern, our desert camo pattern.
That shit right there, 3 per color.
So this was ours that we wore in the mid 90s. And I love this. This thing is 30 years old.
That's Invasion vintage right there.
It is, bro. This is the actual one that I wore.
Couldn't
tell. Better days. Yeah, I couldn't tell, could you?
No,
I'll never get rid of this. I even got the fucking salty, crusty, like look at the sweat stains in that motherfucker.
Yeah, you still got your sweat in there, bro.
Hell yeah, dude.
Some sand in that thing.
There's some sand in there, I guarantee it. But I loved that. But the problem was they didn't give us, once again, we're wearing flak jackets. They didn't give us the matching flak jackets. We're wearing the fucking M81 over that shit.
Yeah, that's the same.
Tell me how that makes some sense.
Yeah.
Oh, Vietnam Tiger Stripe, Fluffy said. Tiger Stripe was all right. It was all right. Yeah, what was y'all's? Kyle, Chase, Chris, all three. I mean, is there a camo pattern that you like?
I did like that Tiger Stripe. That was pretty cool.
Tiger Stripe's pretty cool. It is, yeah.
Here, I'll answer for Clover because he's not here. Mossy Oak obsession.
Yeah, Mossy Oak.
Mossy Oak,
gotta get that bottom
brother. Mossy Oak, brother.
No, dude, M81, God's plaid all day. That was my first.
M81.
I still love it.
Yeah.
I still use that shit. It's still good.
Yeah. The Interceptor I was talking about, those things were M81. And then they got replaced by this thing called the MTV.
Yeah.
I wore in Iraq, and it had sheep wool on the inside of it.
I'm sorry, what?
Sheep wool.
Who thought that was a good idea?
To go to the desert? To go to the desert with?
I came back from Iraq weighing 160 pounds. Imagine me at 160 pounds like a Skeletor, dude.
Like, let's be fucking real. Like, I understand the Marine Corps does like some sadist shit to y'all.
Yeah.
Like, who in the fuck's like, yeah, that's a really good carrier system. But you want to make it better? Put fucking wool on the inside of it. Roast those poor motherfuckers.
Dude, we were putting like pieces of cardboard under it to like help us breathe a little bit. Nothing worked, dude.
It's like, hey, can we like fucking go raw underneath this thing here? Because I ain't wearing shit underneath this thing.
Hey, could you actually get away with cardboard or that? Because you'd be
that's against regulations.
Destroying the grooming standards and the spirit.
You would have some fucking first sergeant wanting to be a sergeant major losing his shit with that.
Oh, that killed me. They would watch us from this thing we call the blimp, just a big old camera that floats. And we'd get a call on the radio like, hey, tell Wade to roll his sleeves down. Like, what the fuck? Get out of here.
So I will say this, like, a lot of times we didn't have to wear fucking blouses. I'm just gonna throw it out there. That was really cool. Like we were going fucking t-shirts.
You always had that first sergeant or that freaking battalion sergeant major.
They didn't fuck. Here's the thing, but they didn't fuck with us for some reason. No one ever fucked. There was a sergeant major that tried to fuck with us one time. We had just gotten back from somewhere. I think I told Chase this story. So like when we were going, we'd be gone for like 2 or 3 weeks at a time, right? Out in the fucking like outside the wire, like gone. Just that's what we did. We come back. Now, I'm not saying that I could, because at that time I was like 19, 20 years old and I couldn't grow a beard to save my fucking life. But for those people that could, like we would have beards and we'd have a lot of facial hair and all that. And let's say we got back like on a Thursday or Friday. Well, they didn't give a shit as long as by Monday morning we were back to normal standards, right? We had to get a haircut and we had to get cleanly shaven and all that. Well, we got back like a Thursday night one time, and Friday, I think he was a first sergeant. He might have been a sergeant. He might have been a battalion sergeant major. I'm not sure. He's either company first sergeant or battalion sergeant major. I think he was a sergeant major. Comes to our shop, and we had just gotten back like that night before. We were just dog ass tired. We've been gone for like a week or 10 days or something. and we were in our cage and we were cleaning our shit and just making sure everything was, ready to go in our cages. And like we had to go in Friday morning. Captain was like, "Hey, just come in, get your shit squared away. Then we're out of here. We're gonna be gone by lunchtime." Like, fuck yeah, that's great. Sergeant Major walks in and was like, he's like, "Oh, fuck, I don't know why you guys are so to work without fucking haircuts and you still got fucking hair growing on your faces, you fucking pigs," and blah 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 blah, just going off. And like our captain walked out of his office. He's like, "What the fuck is going on?" He was like, "I want to see everybody here. I can't believe you let your men come in without regulation haircuts and you still got hair on their faces." He goes, "You realize our guys have been gone for like 10 days? Like, do you understand that? Like, they've been out in the shit for 10 days. Like, I told them by Monday morning to have their shit squared away." And he was like, blah, 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 blah. "I'm not going to tell you how to run your fucking outfit here, Captain," and all that. And he goes, "Well, then get the fuck out of my shop. Like, we'll see you Monday. Like, you start fucking with my guys, you're going to find out." Well, here's the thing. Our captain didn't give a fuck. His dad's a 3-star, so that helped also. But yeah, you're going to have those first sergeant or sergeant majors that are just going to try to be that little bitch sometimes. And it's like, do you not understand what we do or what we did? Like, go fuck yourself and you go get a haircut, fuck him. So I'm sure in the fucking desert, Kyle, I bet you had some guy, some gunny or first sergeant or sergeant major that was pulling all sorts of regs on y'all's ass, weren't you?
That's it though. I mean, they just sit in the headquarters all day and monitor
they
radio
don't
traffic,
they don't know.
Watch the Blue Force tracker and stuff, and they just get bored, man.
Jacob says, "Fascinating way to lose weight." Yeah, if wearing a fucking sheep's wool fucking carrier, that'll do it.
Iraq and freaking
Just
July.
go do shit in the field for 3 months and don't fucking eat. You'll lose plenty. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Even eating them MREs, man, you'll lose weight.
Oh shit! Ginger showed up. I thought you were gonna get dinner or something.
Look at that.
What's up, homie? Hold on, I'm trying to get my AirPods to connect.
We can hear you fine. So
while Ginger's doing his thing, Kyle, I will say that whoever did the casting for Generation Kill absolutely nailed it. Because every Marine first sergeant or sergeant major I ever came across,
that was that motherfucker.
That dickhead.
Yep. He was that asshole. Fucking get your hair cut or whatever it was. He was more about shaving, wasn't it? Or what was it? Was it shaving or haircut? I can't remember what he was.
It was the grooming standard.
Yeah, but he was all about shaving or whatever. And I was like, "Oh, go fuck yourself."
I'll be the first one to tell you, I took
all like that, bro.
-1 to the very ragged edge.
It does take a special person to make it that far in the Marine Corps.
It does, but like if I ever made it that far, I want to go master sergeant, master guns route, not fucking first sergeant, sergeant major. I want to be respected still. I still want to do my shit. I want to do my job,
Yeah.
Or go fucking warrant and just say go fuck all y'all because no one's gonna fuck with a warrant,
That's facts.
What's up, Ginger?
What's up? Can you hear me now?
Yeah, perfectly. How's Knoxville?
It is awesome. We got 70 booths picked today. So
nice. Hey, you want to give us an update on what the fuck's going on with Atlanta and NRAM?
No comment right now.
Okay, all right.
I don't know. I just know I found out about it about when I texted you all. That's when I found out about it. So I don't know what's going to happen.
I looked it up on the Georgia house site, and it looked like it was introduced last night. It adopted this morning, and it's going to be commented on tomorrow.
Does this thing have a chance of passing?
It's Atlanta.
Yeah, it's Atlanta. It definitely has a chance.
Oh, so this isn't a state thing. This is a city thing.
No, it's in the Georgia House, but it has a strong support. Even there's Republicans signed on to it.
Really?
They're rhinos. But they're putting it on the same bill when you read it that is on whatever the news, was it Truist Park or whatever, and the Georgia Aquarium and all that crap.
Oh, they're trying to sneak that shit in then, huh?
They're trying to put the convention center into that.
Because they know they can't say no to that shit. Yeah.
For safety.
Uh-huh. Interesting. Well, like I said, and I know, John, you can't, for obvious reason, comment on certain things, but I would assume Chase and Kyle and Ginger, being in the industry, it's a little past the time where you can move NRAM. If this thing passes, it seems like the options are either this doesn't pass or there's no NRAM because it's too late to change a lot of that shit. NRAM might not happen this year, possibly.
Yeah, it looks like a boys' weekend in Atlanta.
I mean, I'm down. I hate Atlanta, but we can go somewhere else.
You can do 3, maybe 4 events while we're out there.
3 or maybe 4 events.
3 or maybe 4. I hear Cheetah calling our name. That's all I'm going to say.
Ginger won't go.
I want to get that Clover patch.
You've already got it. You're a founding member of that club. What are you talking about? Chris, did you ever get your patch?
Oh, yeah.
He's like, oh, yeah.
The Sketio.
Oh, shit.
I was on a mission to get that.
I'm not going to lie. I was so disappointed in Matt. I actually, and Chris, you may not know this, I was behind the scenes petitioning for Matt not to get his patch for being a bitch. So
hey, the things we do for patches, my guys. The things we do for patches.
That's it.
The biggest patch whore of them all, though, won't go. Just saying.
No, he won't. Unless we call it in, glow in the dark putt and just trick him.
Why you gotta hate on glow in the dark putt? Come on now.
Well, if it was topless glow in the dark putt, then we'd be all about it.
There's a business idea right there.
I mean,
Hey, Hooters is going out of business. There's a lot of stores that are going to be cheap to buy.
that's a true story.
Just throwing it. Just throwing it out there.
Just call it hole in one.
No, that's
Not only was I on a mission to get that patch, that's the most expensive patch.
That's for damn sure.
100%.
Actually, I'm trying to think. Dallas was more expensive than that one was.
Yeah, Dallas was really. I don't want to talk about that. That was an expensive experience for all of us.
That was an expensive experience, but yeah, that was.
But that was also that was also pretty.
It was a high end
atmosphere. That was high end.
I'll tell you what, I like the one in Vegas. I like that one. Sapphire's a good one. Did I say that out loud?
You should have seen Gary's face last night when I popped in for just a minute. And I was like, I was just texting in the chat, but I was like, I got Shay's number, right?
I tell you what, that dude was in heaven. He was in heaven that night.
Yeah, he was.
He's out there. Gary, I think if you would have died that night, you would have died a very happy man. Just saying. Once you got out of the ghetto and got away from the fear of your life being taken at your first stop.
I know it did. Your face was priceless.
Yes, it was. So we had to tell him how to do how to do half the shit, but once he got it, he was all right with it.
Well, some states are like, they frown on touching.
Faith wants to know, why do you use the animal rhino? So rhino is not spelled R-H-I-N-O, what we're talking about. It's rhino, R-I-N-O. It's what we call Republicans that are Republican in name only. They're Republicans, but they're more liberal tending. They're probably from areas that you can't get elected as a Democrat, so they call themselves Republicans, but they vote very liberal, very democratic ways, but they're technically Republicans. They're called Republican in name only. That's what we call them. We're not making fun of the rhinoceros, Jacob.
No, because Ghost has a very special love for the white rhino that some of y'all don't know about, but
the spearmint rhino.
And the spearmint rhino.
That's true. That is true. There is one of those in Vegas also. We didn't go. I think the original spearmint rhino is in Vegas. I'm not saying. Jacob wants to know, what's everybody's favorite handgun at this point in time? Kyle, let's start with you. Favorite handgun this point in time in your life?
Tiger 9C Pro.
Fantastic. Chase?
Favorite at this time?
At this time.
I mean, well, the
You've
one
got a lot to choose from.
The one I really like, I can't talk about right now.
Okay, that's actually available right now.
Dude, for just absolute grins and giggles, the Golden Brat is just hilarious.
Golden Brat's awesome. Yeah, it is.
Because everybody needs a gold chain with a gold gun.
I mean, who doesn't need a gold chain with a cool ass gun? Ginger, what's your favorite handgun right now?
I'm gonna go with the Match X because that was fun. We shot it this weekend.
Nice. So, Chris, you just got your choice taken. It looks like.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with saying the Match X.
No, I just didn't want to do the same thing John did, but yeah, John's on it. Man,
No
that
one wants to
gun
copy
is just.
John.
It's
the
just,
only time I'll support Ohio.
It's just flat out badass.
It is badass. I've got 3 that I'm fucking digging right now. I know that's a cop way to pull out. The Influencer X is pretty badass. I'm really enjoying that gun. I love my Brat. Nothing against the Match X, but I love the Brat. And then I'm still really kind of very fond and in love with the SAR SOCOM Compact. I love that gun. That is a badass gun.
Speaking
Influencer
of
X, the Influencer X has grown on me, bro. Like that's a sweet ass gun.
Dude, the Influencer X got a special place in my heart because I had a lot to do with that gun.
Oh, did you really? Well, you did a good job.
I mean, because I was basically like, hey, I want to build like how they used to build TRPs and Long Beach operators and some of the old cool like full rail guns for back in the day, and update it some. And I wanted aggressive grips and built the gun the way I'd want it, but make it where you can afford to buy it.
Yeah. No,
But
great.
The problem with the Influencer X is it just runs out of ammo too fast.
This is true. That's fair.
Very fair point. So we were talking earlier on the phone, and I'm curious, has any of the other 3 in here, have y'all shot the RXM?
Oh, yeah. You mean you and I were talking? Yeah.
Negative.
Yeah.
Like,
I have it.
Shoot it. You have it? Have you shot it yet?
Yeah, I've got about 500 rounds there.
And
how you like it? I'm just curious. For the money, it seems
I've heard a lot of great things about it.
So I've got my review out on it.
Nobody has time to watch your shit. What are you talking about?
I probably shouldn't have done it, but right out the gate, I started running hollow points through it where I probably should have run some FMJs through it.
Probably.
So the first 2 mags were an absolute nightmare. And then I'm like, yeah, this probably wasn't the proper way to break it in. But then again, a lot of people are buying that gun to carry it. So
yeah, I get it.
But it's smoothed out. And then I'm going to take it back and do another video. I'm just going to go buy like 10 different kinds of defense ammo.
Yeah.
And take it back and do a video like running it.
I tell you, I'm sure you've used it before. I tell you and it's not like crazy defensive ammo, but it is. That SIG V Crown.
Yeah,
bro, that's some good shit for the price, especially. I really enjoy that SIG V Crown.
Jeff's out there. I mean, if you like the Glock 19, you're probably gonna love that gun. My hands are just a little too big for a 19, so my pinky
must be nice.
So I'm hoping somebody comes out with like a magwell to put on it. It's already kind of flared out anyway, so it should be pretty easy for somebody to design something for it.
Well, they are coming out with some different modules. I think maybe this summer or maybe for NRAM.
Well, that's what I said in the video. The perfect setup for that gun for me, I would love to have the 17 grit with that 19 size frame.
Yeah, I figured they're gonna have like a 19X 45.
Yeah, they got to do that. Magpul's got to do it, or somebody else. But
yeah, that's how I would personally want it set up. Because like when the 19X came out, I was like, oh look, they finally did something that I can handle.
Yeah,
because we're in that same boat.
But after I got through those first 2 mags, I never had another malfunction with it. Up to now, like I said, I got 500 rounds through it now, so I don't think
we've been selling a shit fuck ton of them the last month or so, an amazing amount of them. And I had a guy that I talked to today asked if I said no, I didn't, because I wasn't excited about it. Right? I mean, it was another Ruger, gun. It shot, so I never really cared much. Didn't do much with it. Didn't shoot it, obviously. But man, everyone's talking good about it. So that's Chase and I were talking about that earlier, and for the price point, I mean, it's a pretty good price. Kyle Ginger, RXM.
Negative on that one.
Negative. Ginger, what about you?
Negative, but it's like, to me, it's just another. It's just another Glock. It's a Jag. Just another Glock, and I don't know I'm not excited about it like you are.
I'm not excited. I know that we're selling the shit out of them, so that's kind of where I was talking with Chase about. Is this a good?
Yeah,
gun?
I mean, they're moving, and that's why I was curious. Anybody really played with it? Because the one thing that intrigues me about it versus every other Glock clone out there is the modules.
Yeah,
is the swappable module, because it's they're basically trying to take a 19 and a 320 and throw the best parts of each together. I mean, I get the concept. It's not a bad concept. It's just
my takeaway with that RXM was PJ sent that gun to me to do a review on it from Cobra Arms, and then I was going to send it. Then when I was done, I was sending it back. But I ended up liking the gun so much, I just called him and said, I'm buying this thing, because it's a nice gun. It really is. And especially for the price. So I just ended up keeping it. But originally I was just going to review it and send it back. But
yeah,
I couldn't get rid of it after I shot it.
And I don't know if it's because it's Ruger. I don't know if it's because it's the price point. I don't know if it's because it's a Glock clone, whatever. But like I said, man, we're selling the piss out of them. And I sold a guy today 6 of them. He's like, I didn't want to get 6 of them. I was like, okay, sure. He's like, I'll get 5 for the shot, because as soon as they come in, they're gone. He's what I'm going to do is I'm going to sell 5. I'm going to keep one of them for me. So when they do sell out, I guess he has like a little range or somewhere he can shoot connected to his gun shop. He's like, as soon as I get those 5 in, they're going to be gone like that same day, probably. He says, I'm going to keep one for me so that people can at least shoot it while we're waiting for the back orders and all that. I was like, yeah. But I mean, like, it's crazy. It's crazy. We just got a shipment in. I think it was, what's today? Tuesday. So it was yesterday. We got like 50 of them in, and I think we're already out. Like, we're already back on back order. Like, I think they sold out today. Like, it's just been nuts. It's been nuts. I don't know what it is about it. Like I said, I don't know if it's just a Ruger or what. People lose their shit over Ruger, I guess. I don't know.
The other nice thing is with it too, like you can run any Gen 3 slide, Gen 3 barrel. You can, like, so if you have a slide you really like, you can run it on that frame. Now I haven't tore into the fire control unit yet. I don't know if I can take the trigger out of the FCU and put aftermarket Glock triggers in it. I haven't gone that far with it yet.
I don't know. I would imagine that you probably could. I don't know why you couldn't.
I would say you would imagine, but I also know how Ruger engineers their stuff, and they're always slightly different.
Yeah.
Because, like, that was the issue with, like, their early, like, the Ruger, like, ARs and things like that. They had some, like, Ruger-specific stuff in them.
Wes makes a good point. It's not just maybe the diehard Ruger guys, but it's also the diehard Magpul guys. And that's probably a factor also, being the collab between the Magpul and Ruger that people have known about for a couple of years now. People have been waiting for this, quote unquote, waiting for it. So yeah, I didn't think about that, but the Magpul guys might be part of it as well. I don't know.
The one thing that, like, I thought when it came out, like, because this has been, like, we've talked before, this has been like one of the worst kept secrets in the industry for a while.
Yeah. It was supposed to come out last year from what I understand. So
yeah. What they did with the system made sense. Why did that Glock not take that next logical step and have interchangeable frames the way grip modules basically?
Mm-hmm.
What's street on them right now?
What's that?
What's the street on them right now? The street price.
I mean, hold on.
I know what you know. I know MSRP was $399. What are they out there for right now?
Probably $379. because I know what we're selling them for, and they're not going to go much less than that. Clover bitch is here. What's up, homie?
Yo.
Yeah.
What are we selling?
No, we're talking about the Ruger RXM. Why? Like I've been selling the piss ton of them, but we're trying to figure out why. Like what makes this gun? Yeah, Ruger, and also the Magpul guys. Since it's a collab, maybe the Magpul guys are part of it. I don't know.
Probably. I've been saying for a while, like all of my Ruger content is just like from 5 years ago or 7 years ago, or whatever the fuck. It's crushing the last several months. There's something about Ruger, man.
Cobra says he's seen them anywhere from $379 to $399. That makes sense. I know what we sell them for, and they're not going to go much more or less than $379.
$379, as cheap as I've seen anybody have them so far.
Because I know what we're selling them for, and they're not going to be able to go much lower than $379 to make anything like at all on it.
So, Clover,
there's very little markup on them.
Yeah, there's no markup on them.
Whatever jackass is selling them for $347 on gun.deals.
They're literally losing money. They're literally losing money.
Fucking rock somewhere.
No, like they're losing money.
Oh yeah,
popular. Maybe it's some type of loss leader thing or something too. I mean, who knows?
Oh, they do that shit because they're not. It's not a store doing it. It's the online retailers that are just getting it directly from a feed.
Yeah.
Like if y'all don't, people don't understand how much most of the firearms industry and distributors like despise gun.deals and things like that.
Yeah.
Because it's a giant headache.
Oh, by the way, Clover, before I forget, I had a great about half an hour talk with Danny. So
nice.
Cool guy. Yeah.
Yeah, no, he's great, man.
Great guy. But yeah,
really
so hooked him up and we're good to go now. So
Clover, what's your favorite camo?
Yeah, what's your favorite camo pattern? We think we know what it is.
Shell shock.
Damn it.
That's so gay. Like actual camo pattern.
Yeah, not your fucking weird ass. Yeah. Actual camo pattern.
Let's see if I was right.
Man, it's hard to beat like just your old, what is it? Like just the Nam era jungle, whatever.
Like Tiger Stripe?
No.
Are you talking about M81? M81. He's talking about Woodland.
Woodland, probably Woodland. Yeah.
That's
damn.
That's
standard. Yeah, you think I would like Tiger Stripe?
No.
I don't think I've ever owned anything in Tiger Stripe.
He said you'd say Mossy Oak.
Yeah, I was like.
Oh, I thought we were talking. I thought y'all were talking military camo.
Well, we were in general. It's still camo in general. Yeah.
Oh well, if you're gonna go with just any, well, my fucking Camerado counts in that case. But
no, it doesn't.
No, if you're gonna go, yeah, it does. If you're gonna go,
you're in fucking Atlanta, it works great. But
true. I really like fuck my brain.
Your Beretta stuff,
dude. Shadowgrass. I really like Shadowgrass.
Yeah.
Is that Beretta stuff that you were wearing?
No, Shadowgrass is
the old waterfowl pattern that works.
Yeah, like Reed's.
Your Beretta stuff has a really cool pattern to it too. I'm not sure what.
Is it the Optifade?
It's almost like the Beretta stuff is almost like a chocolate chip cookie or something.
Kind of, yeah.
You're talking about is it the Beretta Optifade stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe the Gore-Tex, whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good stuff.
It works good.
Yeah, it does look good.
Now,
Wesley says you can go down a rabbit hole in camo. Super fascinating. Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
And G Webs agrees with us. Your fake Fruity Pebbles camo don't count. So G Webs is the official word.
It's Sour Patch Kids. But,
y'all don't understand how happy I am to see the old school, the Browning old school camo and all that come back. Like, I love that shit.
Yeah.
Which is very
Clover, were you involved? Were you speaking of Brown? You said Browning, not Brown Owls, but same thing. So Clover, were you involved in the decision with Pat to move whatever thing that you guys do to Cleveland? Who goes to Cleveland?
Involved in it? No.
Who moves to Cleveland?
I knew it was happening, but
who goes to Cleveland?
Cool people.
I mean, Drew Carey left, for God's sake.
Yeah, if he left, I mean,
well, he didn't want to go. He didn't want to get too far away from where it was, and then and this is what I hear anyway, right? Like this is secondhand, of course, but I mean it came from Batten. But
Second
still.
hand. All right.
Yeah, you get what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like, so his hang up was they've exceeded capacity this last year, right? And fuck, why ain't Chris from the 740 telling you this? He knows all that shit. But anyway,
we just like to hear you talk about Patton. That's all we do.
Oh, okay.
We've already had this conversation, but
General Patton, can we shift and talk about General Patton? Like
pivot.
Yes.
Yes.
Cool. Anyway, because they had hit capacity, it was one of them deals to where like Brownells is a huge part of that, right?
Yeah.
So what do you do when you're at fucking capacity and then you're in the middle of nowhere, Iowa, on top of that, and getting into a larger city would of course help and a larger venue but he had no problem finding the ranges for like the media whatever range day.
Yeah.
But the problem is he couldn't find venues to match with the ranges in those areas that number one had capacity and number two would allow you to carry. And,
sounds familiar, John.
Yeah,
and I told him, right? He should have the.
He should go to Knoxville and have all that fucking shit.
Right. Yeah. Well, I told him. It's like you need to tell me, like you need to call the GOA and get them to work you out a deal. But
so you're saying he didn't have any problem finding ranges in that area?
Yeah,
he didn't have any
in Garrettville.
He didn't have any problem. He had several like prospective places apparently again, this is just as I mean he told me this, but it's been forever ago. But he got the whole range situation nailed down pretty quick, but it was finding like I said, the venues that would allow people to carry. He didn't want to.
Where'd you say the range was, John?
It's in Garrettsville, in between Twinsburg and Warren.
How far away is that from the?
It's 45 minutes.
Oh, so it's basically
airport.
It's basically Knoxville all over again.
Yeah, it's Knoxville again.
It's about 45 minutes from the airport, and I was trying to help him find a place in Cleveland because that's where my parents live. So I made some phone calls, and everybody he talked to said they either had a gun show contracted or they wouldn't allow carry. So
yeah. Well, yeah, I mean, Chris, and you know this, the range that we were on was not like super fucking close or anything.
No. Yeah, it's a bit of a drive.
It was down some sketch roads.
I'm just not talking right now.
Speaking of drives, Ginger, how long am I going to have to drive at Goals this year?
We're looking to stay within 45 minutes of the convention center.
Well, you were at 45 minutes from the convention center last year.
Hey,
you needed 4-wheel drive, and the hills had eyes to get out there, though.
More importantly, is there going to be a right angle fucking death trap on the range line?
Listen, fuck all of you, but no.
Hey, we started a new tradition last year, though, so it better have a fucking boat angle on the way.
Well, have y'all seen the primary arms range day for NRAM?
Yeah, we're not going.
It's fucking an hour away or some kind of shit too.
Yeah, we're not.
I don't know why they're doing that. It's Atlanta. Just go shoot anywhere around the fucking.
Right.
That's fair.
Just go over into the park.
So how was range day? You mean downtown Atlanta? It was great. Yeah. Dodging bullets left and right.
3 blocks over is the fucking projects, and they're not going to think twice about it.
Someone needs to go to Compton and call it a range day and just put a tent up and call it range day in Compton.
Clover shot a shark whale.
Shark whale.
Speaking of primary arms, guess who's title sponsored range day this year?
Yeah, you told us that, but I thought they were not doing NRAM.
No, this is the last year. It sounds like they're going to do it, but they took over title sponsorship for range day at Goals this year.
Now, but they didn't buy it like they were initially talking about this year.
No.
Right? Will they probably do that next year, maybe?
I don't know. I have to sit down and talk to Ken about that. I got an email from Shania.
Shania.
I don't know.
Cheyenne.
Email from her.
Wow.
Cheyenne Matthews, Ginger, get it right.
Bro,
Cheyenne.
you get a
How
call
you
from a
fuck
person
that
you
up?
can't even. How do you get a call from someone who can't even pronounce their name?
Like,
Didn't
look, I
call.
know
I
we
got an
were
email.
just talking about Atlanta, but come on, man.
Shadia?
My bad.
Cheyenne Mountains? Like, seriously?
I'm sorry. That was
Just got
beautiful.
the fellow Shaniqua.
It's been a long day.
Now we know what kind of club he really wants to go to. All right.
Yeah. He got Shanae on his mind, dude.
Nay.
Hey, there's some more of that Ohio correlation going on there.
Yep.
Well, John, here's the thing: is when you go negotiate this, you don't have a hair on your ass now if you don't show up in a Master Ken costume.
Oh, snap.
And call it Shaniqua.
Shaniqua. Come on,
100%.
man.
God.
Shaniqua is very nice to meet you in person.
He's afraid he'd get fired. I think she'd think it'd be hilarious.
I would get fired.
That's Shanae.
I think, Ginger, are you at dinner with the GOA folk right now? That's why you're not being talkative, are you?
No, I'm in the hotel room.
Oh,
But-
okay.
I was eating a Milky Way. I'm not gonna lie.
That's what she said.
But no, actually, Kaylee's middle
creamy
name
and
is
veiny.
In veiny. Hey, do you turn it upside down so you can feel the veins in your tongue?
Jesus Christ.
Ginger, how is it being taken care of by a fellow Ginger?
Yeah, no shit. Are you like the Mormons? Like you keep it in house? Like the Gingers hire the Gingers to clean their hotel rooms? What the hell, dude?
I think
Bro.
they do.
It was a trust me, I saw that this morning and I was like, hello, Ginger. I was like, what the fuck? Who's talking to me?
he thought that we had called the hotel and set that up. I bet that was his first
Hello,
thought.
Ginger.
Who the fuck did this?
I was like, how did they know?
If I would have thought about it, I would have. I'm not gonna lie. I should have done that. Hey, whatever. I'm not gonna say your last name on air because I don't know if people know that. But hey, whatever room John's gonna be in, can you like just put hello Ginger? He'll appreciate that. Might do
Just
that
there's just a can of ginger ale sitting on the counter next to the sign that says "No ginger."
Yes.
I did a double take this morning. It was bad.
I giggled pretty good when you said that.
I did. I laughed out loud, literally. That was fantastic. Fantastic.
I got a text from Adam Renola. He saw it and he was laughing about it.
How is Bigfoot doing?
He's doing good. I think he's at UO right now.
There you go. He'd fit in Germany.
He's probably trying to get Chad back.
Oh, fuck. I wasn't going to say it. But I don't think that's going to happen either.
I don't think anybody wants Chad back.
That's a hanging Chad.
That's a hanging Chad, all right.
He might have to go outside the industry at this point. Just throwing it out there.
Well, he can be his like lumbersexual hipster self on a motorcycle wherever he wants.
But hey, he's an accomplished photographer, so.
I mean, whatever, dude. More power to you. Just
go away. You ain't gotta go home. Just go away.
don't go away mad. Just go away.
Just go away. Yeah. Jesus Christ, we have nothing else to talk about. Anything else we want to talk about? Ginger, what's going on with you? Anything?
All right, so I'll give you this.
Okay, you're gonna break the rules, huh?
No, new vendors
Okay.
for this year is SAR USA is on board and has a new booth this year. EOTech is in.
Okay. EOTech is in. Okay, there you go.
EOTech is in.
That's a good one. That's a good one to add.
Yeah. Let's see who else added. Bursa is in.
Oh,
PWS
Really?
is in. Yeah.
Ursa wasn't there last year?
No, they
were not
weren't.
there last year.
No, they were not.
Wow.
Now, who was it? Was it SAR? No,
Brad
or was
asked
it
me about
who
you, by the
was
way,
it?
Ginger, and I was nice.
Global was supposed to. and then-
Global? Global's the one that canceled a couple days ahead of time. I can't remember who it was.
Yeah. Cat canceled like 2 days before the show.
Well, I wouldn't say Kat. It wasn't her decision, but yeah. I know
No,
what
it
you're
was
talking
not her
about.
decision, but she was the one who called me.
He
Yeah.
was pissed. Definitely
She was
would
pissed.
Oh yeah, she was super pissed. Other new vendor is Stellar Arms,
Never
or
heard of them.
formerly known as MASP.
They're stellar.
MASP.
Obviously,
They're stellar.
right there in their name, Dan.
Let's see,
real
Shadow
sure.
Systems.
They better be fucking good if you're going to name your company that. I'm just saying.
Right.
I mean, that's kind of
Right.
that's kind of a slippery slope
Who
there.
are you? We're stellar. Well, all right.
Really? Okay.
So I'm waiting to see how awkward this is because I told Adam that I just picked his booth out for him, and it's literally right in front of the GOA booth where Carr used to be, and Kristen picked SAR right next to them. So I'm gonna find out how awkward this is when the two of them are next to each other at the show.
I don't think it's going to be that awkward.
No, I mean we can us and SDS could throw stuff at each other with one.
Yeah,
person.
y'all were right next. Literally, we were throwing stuff at Adam, literally from.
Yeah,
your
we
booth.
were literally just being terrible to each other the whole time.
I was throwing gummy bears at Adam the whole time while he was rubbing his domino.
Yeah. By the way, you
they may not like it, but
he was shaping his domino.
He was.
Get it
You're
right.
You're right.
He
He was
was.
shaping his domino. Yeah.
So, are you going to make Domino's the official pizza sponsor of the Goals Convention?
Please.
No.
I'll call Kaylee. I'll override your ass. Watch this.
Well, you know what was really funny is so I called Chase this morning and got his booth pick, and then about
His
4
boot
hours.
pick? Why are you sending a picture of his boot?
Oh no, this was yesterday. We discussed this.
Yeah, yesterday we discussed it. We locked in the booth about at 11 a.m. this morning. I got an email from Paul saying he wants a 10x10, and I just was like, "No, Chase overrode you."
How'd that go over?
A 10x10. What the fuck are
A
y'all gonna do?
10x10?
10x10.
Yeah.
No, he tried.
What
to
do you
say,
get?
"All right, I was like, "It's already done." He's like,
Y'all did what, 20x20 last year, didn't you?
Yeah, it had 20x20.
And your location was awesome, right next to the 360 camera in the booth. That was a great thing. Are y'all doing the 360 cam again this year, Ginger?
Yeah, please tell me you're bringing it back.
Yeah. We're bringing
Nice.
back the 360 camera, plus there's going to be 4 or 5 other different photo op.
I'm not going to lie. The 360 cam was maybe one of the biggest hits of that show. Let's just be honest.
That's sick.
It's shirtless Kyle doesn't make an appearance on the 360 this year. Something's wrong.
Oh, shirtless Kyle's going to make an appearance.
Also, shirtless Kyle, I got you locked in a 20x30, but you put in for a 20x40. So just so you know, your booth is locked in at a 20x30.
Awesome. Shirtless Kyle will be there.
Yes, I love it. Oh, I love you so much. He can do that now that he's broadcasting from his casa. Then again, I don't think he would care if he was doing it at work. He probably wouldn't give a shit. I mean, he did that in front of Jeremy, and Jeremy loved it last year.
It was very hot last year.
It was brutal, dude.
That was a very warm range day. Hey, wherever you have this, can we make sure there's actual cover over the firing line this year? Just saying.
Yes, everywhere we're looking has actual cover over the firing line. It's a legit range this year.
Well, I'm a big fan of Opie Spot. I'm just saying.
I loved Opie Spot for some reasons. For other reasons,
the layout was a little different.
It was interesting, but I like the fact. My biggest thing is we were talking. I might have been talking with Jeremy and Kyle about this. We were talking about at one point, what's behind that tree line? Is there someone that lives back there that's going, what in the fuck is going on? What's behind that tree line that we were shooting at?
Yeah, stuff's cracking all around me.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Can you imagine the poor bastard that's got a cabin out in the woods? All of a sudden, you hear World War III starting in your backyard. What the hell's going on here?
So the property owner owns about another 10 acres going behind the tree line. But to the left up on the hill, there's a farmer. So when we do Opie's event and it gets dark, he'll start driving his tractor on purpose up there. So we have to shut down the range.
Bastard.
Yeah.
Just invite him next time.
Well, they did. He doesn't want to come.
Okay.
Well, the ginger with the soft hands that go up there and talk to him sweetly, he might come.
We sent Opie. Also, I have a
No,
proposal.
he wouldn't talk about Opie. He was talking
I wasn't talking about Opie.
soft hands. That would be you.
I have an idea. I think that
He
I'm
just skipped right over that
skipping.
shit.
I'm gonna skip over. I think shirtless Kyle should do a sumo match with shirtless Big Josh in the middle of the show floor.
Oh my gosh!
Not
Like
gonna lie,
that-
that'd be kind of fun.
Fat Tack Josh?
Yeah, Fat Tag Josh.
Oh, I think I could take Fat Tack Josh in a shirtless sumo match.
This needs to happen.
The winner gets 10 Skyline cheese cones.
The worst prize ever.
Like I would like for sure just forfeit before like you can have the fucking Skyline.
Or some Skyline chili cheese fries.
Ooh, hey, here's a good one, Kyle.
Yo.
Since we were talking about these earlier ghosts,
Yep.
would you rather eat the Skyline chili or drink that blueberry coffee concoction last year at Goals?
Oh.
I don't drink coffee, so I didn't know there was like a blueberry concoction. Was it bad?
Remember, you're gonna try one. You're like, oh, that's coffee. Never mind.
Oh, in the can thing, you mean?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I remember that. Yeah, I was all for it when it was just blueberry. Then you said it was coffee. I was like, no.
So guzzle that or eat some Skyline.
So Ginger and Clove weren't here, and I think Chase, you were here. Did you know there's a Skyline fucking ice cream?
Gross.
Yeah, right.
Greater makes it.
No, that's the wrong
said.
word. Unholy. That's a better word.
Oh,
There we
yeah,
go.
Chris, don't act like you don't like it, old Bob.
Oh, I can't do Skyline.
Oh,
See?
There you go.
So
I
bad.
love
The
it.
man of
He's an
taste.
Ohio dude, and he can't do Skyline. He's. I like this guy. I like it. I think he's gonna make it in this world.
He's like
Are
those
you
weird.
sure we don't have Chris from the 470 up in here.
Yeah, this is Chris from 470. We're gonna bring Chris from the 470 on next week.
I remember when I
470 is
first
Atlanta,
moved,
so no, we're not bringing him on.
I remember when I first moved down there, the guys I worked with took me to Skyline, and I took a bite of that, and I said, "This is the most horrible thing I've ever had." So then they said, "Well, we'll go try Gold Star." So we went to Gold Star, but
And that's like the
Gold
second rate shit, right? That's not even as good as Skyline, right?
That, yeah.
What the fuck would you do that for?
Gold Star had regular chili and then the Cincinnati chili.
Yeah, they
So
call
if
it
I was-
Tex-Mex.
Is the
So if I
regular
was-
chili decent?
It was okay. Better
It's
than
like better than
chili
Skyline.
sauce with chocolate in it or whatever.
Get
they
out of
did.
here.
Fucking disgusting.
So,
You're
Yeah,
wrong.
that's good. I mean, if you want
so
to
if
eat
the
terrible
guys wanted to go
chili,
do that, I'm like, we're going to Gold Star. That way I don't have to eat the Cincinnati chili.
I'm going to Wendy's and at least getting like some chili from Wendy's. I'll eat that before I eat fucking Gold Star or Skyline.
I'm going to Crystal and getting a chili cheese pub.
Oh snap! Yeah,
See, now that's second-rate chili to me, what you guys are talking about right there.
yeah. Well, we have no respect for your opinion in chili.
What,
Yeah.
Kyle, we gotta take them to Graders when they come to town. We gotta take them
Yeah.
to Graders and get real good ice cream.
Well, it
Well,
sounds like
what you got to
sounds
do
like
is make
Ghost
sure
from
you
the
have
Kentucky.
goals in Cincinnati, and then we can do this crap.
Mm,
Oh,
Yep.
bet.
I'm working
should
on
have been
it.
there. Hmm. Or you can go down to Biloxi and have some real food.
No, I think we'd all be down for Biloxi now.
That is also
yeah, buddy.
that is also on the list.
Yeah.
Yeah, we know.
I mean, Gulf Coast seafood, of course, we're in.
And Beau Rivage, so
Beau Rivage and the Golden Nugget.
the Golden Nugget. And that's what. Never mind. There's a joke in there. But yeah,
Yeah.
we'll leave that one alone. That's you guys, bro. You guys need to come out with a gun called the Golden Nugget, Chase. Since you're into the gold guns, the Golden Nugget. Wouldn't that just be amazing?
You should hear my unicorn idea. We'll talk about that later.
We'll talk about that off air.
Yeah.
Clove, Ginger, Chris, Kyle, Chase. You guys got anything? Because I'm plumb out of ideas.
No.
All right, Kyle, we're gonna run through the room real quick. Kyle, we'll start with you. What's going on, Anderson? Anything going on that we need to know about for NRAM or anything?
Getting ready for NRAM as long as this bill doesn't pass. GOA, if you could help the NRA out with that, we would greatly thank you. Other than that, check out Anderson Manufacturing at andersonmanufacturing.com. Go follow us on Facebook, Instagram at Anderson Manufacturing, or on X at Anderson Rifles. Yeah.
Hey, wait. What bill?
And I suggest everybody's file an extension for your taxes this year, because
we're waiting for
Elon's going to get rid of the IRS. So
What bill are we? What the fuck? I come in late.
Oh yeah, you missed the breaking news, Clove.
Apparently,
they're trying to pass a bill in Atlanta to not.
Oh, you didn't know about this? Oh, okay, yeah.
At the venue
yeah. No firearms at the venue.
So they're trying to tag the World Congress Center into the law that already prohibits firearms at like Georgia Aquarium and the stadiums and all that good stuff.
2 months outside of NRAM coming to town. Funny how that happens. So yeah, there you go. Chris from the 470. What's up, man? Speaking of the guy that's the Atlanta native, the 470, I think he's Atlanta. What's going on?
He's hanging out with Shenanigans.
Shania.
Dropping
Shania. How's Shania doing?
I saw this show. You better stop.
What?
Vaping.
Why?
No.
I don't know. It's an invasion.
Yoko's getting mad about something. All right. Anyways, Chris, go for it.
I'm going to drop the review on the Influencer X tomorrow. And still got a few things coming from Geo, the Great American Outdoor Show. And hopefully I get accepted to go to GunCon, because that's probably going to be the shortest drive I've ever had to an event.
Right. Yeah. But here's the thing. You got to go to Cleveland. Like, that's the problem.
True. Yeah. It's probably the least favorite city in Ohio to go to, but
it's all right. Well. Chase has to go to Detroit here pretty soon.
True story.
What's worse, Cleveland or Detroit? Like, who wins in that battle?
I mean, I hope Detroit's thought out by then.
This is
you gotta walk down 8 Mile, dude.
You do know the tagline for Cleveland, right?
Cleveland sucks. Yeah.
No, it's 100%. At least we're not Detroit.
That's like Arkansas. At least we're not Mississippi. Thank God for Mississippi. That's Arkansas's tagline.
Yeah. So. It's like, it could be worse. Could be Mississippi.
Could be worse. But yeah. No. Yeah, if you do go to Michigan, you need to hit up old Bob and see if he can hook you up with some shit up there. I don't think he's up there anymore, but he probably still knows people that could make some fun time for you.
Oh, I'm sure. I'm sure he still has all his old acquaintances up there.
Yeah, wouldn't that be fun if he was in town, just chilling with Kid Rock, just like it ain't no thing? It'd be fun as hell. I bet he's fun as hell to hang out with. I know you have, but I think it'd be fun, like from the outside.
Like text him, like, what's the off chance you're in your home state?
Yeah. Yeah. I think he lives in Nashville most of the time now, doesn't he? Or Florida, one of the two. I know he's got a White House. I think he built like a replica White House in Nashville.
Yeah, he's got the White House in Tennessee, and then he's got his like hunting property in Alabama.
Yeah. Is that where you hang out? Is it in Alabama?
His camo wrapped double wide.
Nice.
I'm dead serious.
That's fantastic. That's fantastic. Wow. Ginger, what's going on with GOA? You got 2 minutes for the 2A, and then also what's going on with fully loaded reviews, my man?
GOA is boot picks. That's my whole life right now. So
yeah. Are y'all there all week or what?
I'm here today, tomorrow, and then I've got a 5:30 a.m. flight on Thursday to come home.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Yeah. It was like the easiest flight to get in. It was either spend an hour and a half at DFW or 45 minutes at Charlotte and try to make my flight.
Yeah, you missed your flight in Charlotte probably.
Yeah. So that's about it for GOA. We've got a bunch of boot picks. EA is coming back. Anderson's coming back. So super excited about that. And then for fully loaded reviews, we just launched our new video on Saturday. It's the comparison of the GX2, GX, and GX4. So that video is live right now.
There you go. Chase, what you got going on over at EAA?
Man, it's just into show season finally. Got that majority of that behind us. It's been real busy. All the new hotness is shipping, so everybody's been wanting and asking for, those are out in the wild. Go pick them up. Other than that, man, just stay tuned. We're getting ready for it. And just like Kyle was saying, getting ready for NRAM. Hopefully getting ready for NRAM, we'll see. And
well, I was going to say this, Chase, Kyle, we both can answer this. Like, we're basically 2 months out from NRAM. When would y'all be shipping your stuff to Atlanta? Like, how close are we getting?
I think the window opens in like 4 weeks to start shipping.
Yeah, I was going to say mid next month is advanced shipping, and shit. Next month is also the cutoff for like discounted rental anything. So
yeah,
it's literally right around the corner, dude. There's milestones coming up, so they better get this stuff figured out.
Yeah,
I'm gonna make a couple calls tomorrow. I'll tell y'all how serious they think that threat is.
Yeah. That would help out. That would help out a lot because Jeremy's across the pond.
You're like us. We've already invested enough money into this. I really don't want to have to.
So let me ask you this. And I don't know if there's any way of knowing this, but what if something crazy does happen and NRA has to cancel this? I'm assuming like you guys would be refunded for all of your deposits and all that. I would hope.
If it's canceled for something like that, there's insurance on those, like the conventions themselves, so they would get the money back for their rental fee.
Yeah.
So I would assume we would get our booth money back, but
who knows? Or at least most
or
of
at least
it
a
back.
credit.
Yeah.
You know, partial back and partial credit or something like that.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm gonna have to look up the. I just did reservations the other day, and literally like whatever it was, 3 blocks, whatever. You and I talked about it, Chase. Whatever that was, the Hyatt or the Hilton or whatever, and it wasn't fucking cheap compared to where Ghost and I normally stay. You know, and shit. And so I don't know, but I won't be
die in this place.
Like
baby.
I'm already over investing in lodging for this trip. I'm gonna be pissed if they cancel. I can't get my money back.
Dude, I'm telling you, like, because I mean, I've already spent $6,000 on rooms.
Yeah,
I'm still down for a boys trip if it gets canked, guys. We can find stuff to do in Atlanta.
That's true story.
Let's go to Savannah or something.
You got Centennial Park.
Savannah would be fun as shit.
We could all go be the rednecks we are and go to Stone Mountain. Hey, Chicago bike.
Wow. Wow.
We should take him. Oh my God, we could take him on a historical trip through Atlanta.
Jesus Christ. That's so bad.
We're following Sherman's trip.
You are a motherfucker. Oh my God. Chris is like he's ready to fall asleep, Scott says. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, we could put Chris on a MARTA train and he could have some stories.
Ooh. Oh shit. Clover, what you got going on? Anything?
Hell no, I don't got nothing going on. Like seriously,
I thought I'd ask. Don't be an ass about it.
Appreciate that.
Yeah.
He's gonna start shooting videos in his PJs now.
Man, the rage is fucking sweet. I'll tell you that much. So I'm loving.
Y'all had pretty good weather today, didn't you? Weather was perfect here. So
man, it was hot, man. I'm running air conditioners, man.
Listen to him bitch about the heat now.
Oh, you don't hardly ever hear me bitch about the cold, though.
Well, you bitch about the weather because you couldn't go shoot much.
The rain and the fucking shit's more than anything. The grossness.
But now it's getting ready to be hot and dry. So
I know.
Just like that's what she said.
Oh, well, I would hope not.
I hope not either. But
you're not doing your job if that's the case. But
well,
they make lube for that.
There is a lube for that.
True.
There's probably a pill for that these days.
Yeah, that's true too. I think there is. It's called Spanish Fly or something.
It's called Blue Chew or whatever the hell that shit is.
Blue Chew. Hell yeah.
What an unfortunate name for a sexual medicine is
Blue
blue
chew.
chew. That's unfortunate. So,
Well, they call it blue chew because that perks you up. That way you don't kill yourself.
yeah. All right.
Nope.
I'm not blue
Right.
anymore.
Well, I guess it works. All right, boys and girls, we're going to get out of here. 2 hours into this. Thank you for sticking around. You still got a lot of motherfuckers out there. I don't know why. You must have nothing else to do on a Tuesday night. But we do appreciate you. And if you're watching this in replay or listening in podcast form, we do invite you to come join the live studio audience and have some fun with this. We enjoy it. Thank you, everyone out there. Get to the range. Be more proficient with your firearms. Stay in tune with what's going on in your local, state, and federal, especially if you're in Atlanta or Georgia. What's going on with all the two-way legislation. Most importantly, enjoy your freedoms of being American, one of which is to keep and bear arms. We'll see you next week. Semper Fidelis.